States government has cut prices for 10 prescription drugs under the Inflation Reduction Act. Ekta is here to tell us more and also about the impact that it could have on Indian pharma companies. Ekta, over to you.
Well, I'll start with the news first. The US government has reduced prices for 10 prescription drugs under Medicare, which is mandated by the IRA, which is the Inflation Reduction Act. Now, the list prices for all but one of these 10 medicines have been reduced by at least 50%. So, important drugs such as, say, Entresto by Novo Nordisk, which is an important heart failure drug by them, has been slashed in terms of the list price by around 53% by the US government under Medicare. Now, Medicare is one of the channels which are available to sell US drugs. For example, Medicare, which is a type of government insurance, is around 18% of US drug sales. Medicaid is another 18% of US drug sales. Other channels include commercial channels through which the drugs are sold as well. Now, what is the impact on Indian companies? Basically, we are one of the largest suppliers of generic drugs into the US. Now, the price revision of these particular 10 drugs is limited to patented drugs. That means that these drugs are already being sold under a patent and there's no generic competition in it right now. Indian generic companies will only begin selling their version of the drug once the patent expires. So as of now, there's a patent, there's no generic company which is entering the market. What has changed then is the potential market size of the generic drug. For example, Entresto. Just to illustrate this better, the drug price is slashed to $295 versus $628. So the potential starting point of a generic drug entering the market would then be $295 versus $628. But it's important to note that generic companies in any case sell their drugs at lower prices. So there's stiff price competition when genericization takes place in the market. And separately, the price cut is only limited to Medicare at this point in time. It's not to Medicaid and other channels as well. So one has to really assess that on a larger scale. I spoke to a lot of people within the industry, within the analyst community, and they're not perturbed by this news as of now.
Not perturbed by this news. Ekta, thanks a lot for that update. Moving on, global investor